in that game, Fulham versus Manchester City, it was a 9-goal thriller. Goals were flying everywhere. Manchester City was about 5-1. At some point in that game, suddenly, our own personal person, Chukwueze, entered the game and scored 2 of those goals. The Wolves scored 1 yesterday too. Fantastic showing for Fulham, but they lost that game. They deserved a point in that game, but they lost that game. Fantastic game of football. Newcastle and Spurs played a fantastic game. They 4 goals yesterday. Everton, after being trashed last the weekend, they beat Bournemouth away. Football is crazy. They beat Manchester United at
lose
Old
to
Trafford.
Newcastle.
Lose to Newcastle. Now, one against Bournemouth is a fantastic game. For today, Arsenal is going to play today. Chelsea are going to play today. Man U is going to play on Thursday. We're going to talk about all that on the show. In the La Liga, Barcelona, I won't say trash, but they won comfortably against Atletico Madrid 3 goals to 1. We'll talk about all that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, we talk about the Premier League and the La Liga. Good morning, John.
Yes, a phenomenal morning to you, Godwin, and to every City fan out there. 100 in 111 games. Nobody does it better. The fastest man to 100 in the EPL. Go count all your goals in the EPL faster than them. Yes, it's a phenomenal morning, and I'm super excited. Can't wait to get into the show.
Good morning, Nonso.
Good morning. Disappointing night of football. We're expecting a very, very wonderful banter. But like I said, the man that I know is already failed. Entered and did his own. But again, good game for him. Good game for last night. It was interesting. 9-goal thriller. And again, Tottenham Hotspur, where my focus was thinking Thomas Frank was going to do well, disappointed us by even doing a comeback and by defenders scoring 2 goals in that game. What wonderful bicycle kick by Romero, the Captain Romero, and a good game again for Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle. Wonderful game of football last night. Atletico Madrid, disappointing result. But again, let me not give you the spoilers. You shouldn't spoil it. It will come in the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show, guys. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start. Again, Nigerian Super Eagles coach Chile dropped a long list of, it's not the full list, it's a preliminary list before the main list. It won't come
almost
down
100 and something players.
Yeah, they will come down to 25 later before the AFCON. I think from next week, but he has listed his preliminary list for the AFCON. I'm going to give you the names, all the names of that game later on the show. Okay, let's start with the EPL. The EPL yesterday's result. I'll give you the result and talk about some of them, or all of them though, because just 3 games yesterday. Fulham 4, Manchester City 5. Was a fantastic game of football. Yesterday, I was just watching that game. Goals full everywhere. Goals plenty. Goals choke. You remember small make it be 5-5. Everyone said goals choke everywhere. Okay, Bournemouth lost at home to Everton 1-0. Then Newcastle and Spurs played a 2-2 draw. Spurs scored in the almost last minute of the game. Yes, to make it to get 1 point, because it could have been how many defeats in 5 games for Spurs, but they rescued that 1 point against Newcastle at St. James's Park. Okay, let's start with the first game. Fulham played Manchester City in that game yesterday. It was a fantastic game. Fulham 4, Manchester City 5. Haaland scored the first goal. He has scored 100 goals in the Premier League. He is the fastest player to ever score 100 goals. Remember, the highest goal scorer, we were saying it yesterday, the highest goal scorer in the Premier League history is Alan Shearer with 260 goals. That Haaland has only 160 goals left to match that record.
3 more seasons.
Let's come on, calm down. Let's see if he's able to do that. But I think if he plays 5-6 seasons again in the Premier League, he will break that record. But it was a fantastic showing for Man City. At some point, it was 5-1. So everybody was thinking, okay, it's over for Fulham. But Chukwueze entered the game, scored in 5 minutes, in 72 minutes and 78 minutes to make it 5-4. And everybody was thinking, probably there's a comeback, but Manchester City held their nerves to win that game 5-4.
Yes, if the game had ended at a 5-1 result, it would have been a phenomenal game. It would have been the talk of the night. But unfortunately, the same mistakes we see that we complain about are the same mistakes we are seeing manifesting again in this encounter, because from where the game started to the goals that came in, kudos to Foden for that phenomenal strike.
Yeah, Foden scored 2 again.
Yes, he scored 2 again, back-to-back brace now for him. And then, of course, the man of the moment himself completed his 100th. And we saw goals from other credit like Tijani Reinders. I keep saying it. One way or another, this guy is coming in and chipping in with the goals. And is also helping out the team. kudos to Mini Rodri on the night as well. Fantastic performance. But after scoring 5-1, I would expect that Pep Guardiola would have on subs to consolidate the game, because we kept making the same mistakes. For the goal from Chukwueze, the first goal, nobody closed down that run. The same man that we've been talking about again, Grandpa, was in the 18th.
It's not be only him, him and Foden chase after the ball. It's not. See, it was a clearing from the goalkeeper.
First mover advantage. Naim
both of
first.
them move. No blame Grandpa. Foden fast pass Grandpa. No blame.
Naim
no blame
move
Grandpa.
first.
Continue.
Pause. They watch ball. Foden.
Now you dey play that kind of shot for your front, you go block him.
Baba, you go move now. This is what we are talking about.
He move now. He move. He touch your body.
This is what we are talking about.
That was a rocket.
No, so it's not about it being a
rocket.
It's not about it being a rocket.
Two of those goes rockets.
Oh yeah, just keep shouting rocket.
Rockets. Oh boy.
Keep shouting.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Keep shouting rocket.
Two of those goals were rockets. You cannot
keep
block
shouting
it.
Rocket. But the bottom line is the defensive reaction was not apt. It was not as it should be. You go and close that guy down. Don't give him that free room to run and shoot, because once that goal entered the net, it was now a shift in momentum for the game. Because what's their name now? Fulham came forward. Of course, they scored a couple through set pieces, so let's not even go there. And started pressing the team. Of course, you also look at the guys at the back too, because it's an issue. I have an issue with Donnarumma. I'm still going to come to that, because Donnarumma, for one of those strikes that was it Chukwueze now or Iwobi now, did not make a dive after one of those shots. He was and this is like the third time I've picked out scenarios where somebody takes a shot on your goal and you are standing instead of making a dive.
It's where you see the ball.
Let me hear you see.
Night and day.
Why I was shouting rocket.
Everybody is there.
Chukwueze's second goal.
It's going to be hard for you to
Chukwueze's second goal. He did not make a move. He stand where he stand. Like he do it like this. He look at it's not passport.
The truth is that
when
there were crowded players,
because
it's hard for you to see.
First of all, he came out for the punched the ball out, and there was players chasing out after Chukwueze. So from the angle where Chukwueze took that shot, he could not see his lines. Now that's one. But again, the same thing I was talking about Man City. You know, if I complain, they will say he's the best player. Two managers cannot make a mistake. Pep cannot start now to see that mistake. And I've been singing since before international break, February. It's not now that Pep and you will not come and be seeing it and be telling me what is Grandpa doing.
Bro, ask
Bernardo will continue to play. He's the best player in this side. I don't talk as in February. Say no, two managers cannot see the same. Cannot make the same mistake. Those two managers are making a big mistake now.
My joy is that Godwin is always here, and Godwin also confirms that I have never for once.
When I talked about it for Man City and Portugal,
it's not about even before
in Portugal, you tell me no. I've been talking about it.
Even before you said it, forget about that. Even from last season.
Before, see, I make player critics from what I see on the players' performance. Player critic and game in, game out. If you do it today, I'll come tomorrow and apologize for the past performance and give you your. Even if na potato leave, I'll give you. I know they give flowers again. Nobody deserves flowers this time around. But again, Bernardo, I've complained since last season till this season, and it was two managers cannot make the same mistake. That's the key word I've always heard, either from Godwin or from you. And
if you haven't heard it from this show.
But now, in this game, the same mistake Man City did last night. The last game was what they did again. They let the other team build momentum. They let the other team build into the game. They let the other team pressure back into the game. Grow back the pressure, grow back their presence. Already 2 goals up. And let's not forget that even in this game it's 5-5.
Already 4 goals up, not 2.
It's already 5-5. Whether you like it or not. Because Fulham scored 5 goals. They'll say 1 now for their next they scored the 1. It's by Sunderland. Now 5-5.
You don't concern me.
But again, good game for Man City. Going 3 goals up in the first half. And it will be coming back to score 1. What's it called? The Arsenal kid.
Yeah,
Smith Rowe. Coming back to get 1 after that pass from one of the defenders to Harrison to make that cross in. It was a good. At that moment, I thought it was a comeback. 3-1. You build momentum. Second half, you start. You blow it out of the water. Maybe you win 4-3, and that's the end. But all of a sudden, immediately second half started, City went into scoring mode again, and voila.
Okay, it was a fantastic game for Alan. In 111 games in the Premier League, has scored 100 goals. Fantastic for him. He was talking to the press conference. Normally after the game, he was saying, he's happy to reach 100 goals in the Premier League. He has about 160 more goals to beat the highest goal scorer in the Premier League. But let's see, Foden is back. Let's say that he's back and Foden is back. Back-to-back brace for Foden. He is scoring goals and he is helping Manchester City. Fantastic game of football for Chukwueze. He will be scored a fantastic goal yesterday. It was a fantastic goal. I couldn't even believe that he can score that kind of goal. He scored that goal. Fantastic goal. Chukwueze scored 2.
And was still telling the cup and Chukwueze was on the run for a hat-trick.
I think Chukwueze is going to. I think it's now the right time for the coach to start him because he was introduced early in the second half. Immediately the second half started.
Clearly vindicated, man.
And he has changed the game. He had 2 assists now. He has scored 2 goals now. So let's see what will happen with him throughout the end of the season. If you look at the statistics in this game, it was a fantastic game for Fulham. You rarely see a team outplay Manchester City in all statistics, but Newcastle, Fulham did it yesterday. They had 12 shots in total. Fulham had 12 shots in total, 5 on target, and they scored from 4. They had 56% possession and 469 passes. For Manchester City, they had 9 shots in total, 4 on target, 44% possession, 408 passes, and 90 of them were accurate. In all statistics and metrics, Fulham has played City, but football is football. They won that game 5 goals to 4. So okay, let's move on to the other game.
You hurt your mouth.
Newcastle and Tottenham played a 2-2 draw yesterday. It was a fantastic game for both teams, though. I was thinking that at some point that Newcastle is going to win it, but Romero scored 2 of the goals for Spurs, and the last goal was a good goal. It was a fantastic game all around in that game.
Yeah, the first thing that hit the headline this morning is that Thomas Frank is complaining that the VAR decision in that game was wrong. That shouldn't have been a penalty. But you know, like they say out there, fans will say, cry me a river, because the bottom line is, on the night, did your players turn up? And they did, no doubt. It's unfortunate that, you know, it's going to be a point apiece, because I feel like they end all 3 points in that encounter. But how be it, it is what it is. But we still saw some of those things that we keep complaining about Tottenham Hotspurs. We still saw it yesterday. We still saw the need for them to have more leaders in that side, because right now it's looking clearly like they have just 2 leaders in the team who are the ones who turn up and get everybody rallied up to play for the club. And of course, listening to an interview of Jamie O'Hara yesterday, was asking that the club went from a team that had strong characters, Heung-min Son, Kane, a couple of other names, to just having 1 player in the team right now that is actually playing and trying to galvanize every other person along.
Are they saying that if those players is calling that they want Premier League?
Like they win,
bro, at least you know they put everybody on blast. They put everybody. They put Arsenal on blast. They put Man U on blast. Everybody on blast in their own right. So
and that
it's not all about titles.
I understand what you're saying, but that team was time. They took time to build that team. If you look at where most of the players came from, Lucas Moura's before he left, Sons, Harry Kane's in midfield. You have Bentancur, Kulusevski, and maybe a Bissouma Msa. In defense, you have the both of them, Van der Ven and Romero, Christian Romero. In fullback position, you have I think Ben Davies. At some point now, he's been dropped to the bench. But
he's injured.
Now, even if he did, he don't go play. Now bench. So all these things about new manager, new system. You want to bring in your own players. Angie. But again, in this game yesterday, no matter how they say Tottenham put up a fight and got the point, it was poor performance for me, because you let them go up twice. You let them go up twice in the game, and the goals came in the second half. After Newcastle did their substitutions, the substitute bench came in to score goals. Talking about when you took, I wasn't expecting that substitution from Eddie Howe, taking off Tonali, because he was one of the stronghold in midfield, taking off Tonali for Bruno Guimaraes. That was something I didn't expect him to do, but he did it, and Bruno Guimaraes gave him the goals. I was expecting these 2 players to start, because if these players in your midfield, it's sure. Say all the area balls and all the ground balls that you get down. You're winning the tackles, you're winning second balls, you're progressing, you're doing everything right. But again, you play the Mickey, an academic graduate, for about 70 minutes, and you change the guy for 45 minutes, which means I don't know if he's trying to manage the players and future congestion, but again, it was good. It was good stuff for him, and they got the result. But again, I wouldn't want to say Tottenham Hotspur got the point and they played, but they didn't play well on the night.
Okay, 2-2 for at least Frank got the point.
Charlison on the bench.
After a while, they have not actually won a game for a while. But let's see where they are going to end at the end of the season. He was brought in to do well for Spurs after their former coach was sacked, and he was sacked again for Nottingham Forest. But let's see if Frank is going to do well. Okay, before we continue, on our YouTube channel, Jude Bellingham is on our YouTube channel saying, "Good morning, guys. May banter be on to you guys." John, when I get luck yesterday, I blame Silva for not starting Chukwueze.
Blame anybody.
Chukwueze is coming to the red side of Manchester United.
No!
Okay. Let's see if that will be possible.
No killing career.
Okay. Bournemouth yesterday lost at home to Everton. Jack Grealish scored a goal. He's been doing well since he's moved to Everton. I think he's found his level again. He's moved there. He's relaxed, no pressure. We could trust him for at least 70 minutes plus. He's sure that he's going to play at least 70, 75 minutes every game, and he's going to start. Not that you are going to a game, you don't know if you are going to start or if you are going to make match day score, but Everton is relaxed. You could see that he's a good player. He's playing well. He scored a goal to beat Bournemouth. Bournemouth was poor. They had only 2 shots on target in this game, but they lost this game 1-0 to Everton.
Yes. Coming back to Everton, we just need to talk about the 2 characters in the team that have been pivotal for every big moment they've had in the last couple of weeks. You have to talk about Gisbury Hall and you have to talk about Jack Grealish because they've come good for this side. Now, kudos to Grealish for that goal yesterday and also for the performance, mind you. But you have to also give Gisbury Hall a lot of credit for how he helps that team control the midfield and how they progress the ball. Like I said, coming into this game, I'm not so sure about the attack because that attack is not attacking right now. But they got 3 points and it's good for them. QED.
Okay, also good game for them.
On to the next one because this was not the game. I expected a draw in this one. This one I predicted. I think in the Newcastle game I predicted a draw, and in this one I predicted a draw. It was City I was predicting to lose. But again,
unfortunately,
I got one. We both got one apiece. But again, this game was not. Moyes did well again. Looking at, I think this Jack Grealish guy is okay. He's an okay player when he's playing against a team that plays offensive football because he has space in between defenders. But he was playing for a City side that most times, if you played against City, you pack the balls. He didn't know how to break down defense like that, and I think that was one of the reasons Pep dropped him to the bench mostly. Unlike Doku now, who knows how to break down most of them. Even if you see the pack 17 players, Savio go break through you, Doku go break through you. In this game yesterday, you could see that most of the offensive plays was from Bournemouth, and Jack had those opportunities to break through the defense and get his goal. Wonderful game for him. Now we're back to seeing Jack Grealish the way he used. And again, we're back to seeing Moyesa targeting European football again. Please, as you are saving these people, mind you that the place you left are suffering. Give them advice.
Okay. Godwin, just one final note to round off this thing. The difference between Grealish now and Grealish at City is that when he was doing well, playing down that left, KDB was finding him in pocket spaces where he was unmarked, nobody on him, and he was using that to create chances for other players as well as getting on the goals for himself because he used to cut into the 18-yard box. Now that he's at Everton, he's playing in a better system in the sense that they have a lot of player freedom. Somebody said that one of the things that Redknapp did at Tottenham was to come in and tell the boys, look, play your football, go out there, express yourself and all of that. At City, it's not the same way. You can't come in and say you want to do your own thing because you have to follow the game plan.
But let's see. Okay, in today's games in the EPL, in the Premier League, Arsenal will play Brentford at the Emirates. Arsenal needs to win this game because City are now 2 points behind them, so they need to start winning. They need to actually win this game. It's very, very important for them. Okay, Arsenal will play Brentford. Chelsea will go away to Leeds United. Burnley will play Crystal Palace. Wolves will play Nottingham Forest. Brighton will play Aston Villa. Aston Villa are in the top 4. Liverpool will play Sunderland. Okay, let's start with Arsenal versus Brentford. It's a must-win game for Arsenal. City won yesterday, so Arsenal have to win today. If they don't, even if they probably get a draw, it's still 3 points, even though it's still good in the Premier League. Yes, small by point, but they need to, because City, if they start winning sometimes, they keep winning. But Arsenal has enough firepower now. Gyökeres is back, Jesus is back, Odegaard is back, so they have enough firepower, and they will not say that Merino is the only striker they have now. Their defense is Saliba is still out injured because he picked up the knock before the Chelsea game. Gabriel is out, but they still have a Mosquera and Mosquera in that defense. But if you look at this game, what do you think will happen, and what is your prediction for that game?
Yeah, there's also the option of a Calafiori coming in center if there's need for that. I think Arsenal are covered in the defense. Like I said, the only problem I had with the Arsenal side, even going into that Chelsea game, is that I said Chelsea had the better attack because that attack was performing Arsenal's attack was relying on Moreno for the last 4 games, and it's clear for everybody to see. Moreno,
Martinelli and Trossard.
He was injured. He just came back last week.
Thank you.
Moreno they scored the goals now.
I don't understand. Moreno has scored at least 4 goals in the last 4 games.
Goals.
The thing is that Arsenal didn't have a striker for the last 4 games.
Thank you. Which is obvious for everybody to see. In that one, and he played out in that encounter.
Chelsea will get the striker because the Chelsea gets their striker don't score. So don't say their striker is better attack.
No, it's better.
It's a better attack.
Don't
just argue for argument's sake.
It's better have to Gyökeres and Jesus and Havertz and they are not scoring.
Thank you.
At least you can say, oh, they are not scoring. They're not having them at all to play a midfield. You have an excuse, but now all of them are back. Odegaard is back. Jesus is back. They cannot say now. That's why I'm saying that we are not scoring goals because we must not score goals. Because
you have
all of them are
the
back.
guys available. So that's my point I'm trying to make. So now I would say that the only threat coming into this game, coming from the Brentford side, apart from the long throw, is the second most informed man in the Premier League. Now talking about Igor Thiago, he's on 11 goals for the season.
Yes.
So long throw MC versus Dark Arts.
Let's go!
It's going to be. See, the day Arsenal adds long throw to their game, everybody go and lock up shop. It's all over.
Because look at what Arteta was saying about Rice and long throw. I think they even gave him a coach to train him for long throw. He said Rice can become a long throw expert.
You know, he's done for West Ham now.
Remember what he did with set piece. So they are even training him more. So they add the set piece to a long throw. If they combine both of them, everybody going to hear
them. But again, it's tough because Keith Andrews has done well with this Brentford side. Let's be honest.
Yes,
he's done well. Look at where he is on the table. Though he's not where he's supposed to be.
But he's supposed to be.
He's not where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be up.
No,
I don't understand.
Mid-table team. Mid-table team is where he's supposed to be. Exactly.
Thank you. He's exactly where he should be.
The target is Europe. It's not where it's supposed to be.
Europe, yeah.
Who does Brentford Europe?
Target na Europe.
When all the key men don't
the point if they qualify for Europe, nobody will say they did well. But if they finish somewhere 10th, 9th,
nobody is going to argue with them. They are yes.
Like I said, the target is Europe. Look at where they are on the table.
Now you give them the target.
It's not where they're supposed to be. Again, this team is top half of the table is okay for them. Top half. But again, Keith Andrews has done well. Coming against an Arsenal side is going to be tough because if you look at this side, the only people that play physical football are some players in the Arsenal midfield and the Arsenal defense. The rest of the Arsenal attack don't play that physical when they play. The rest of the Arsenal attack don't play that physical. And for Brentford, every of their player is physical. That's a problem. I think that was one thing that helped Crystal Palace last season. Their physicality and their energy to bond, their pace to bond. They have pace to bond. They have energy to everything. They have the strength and everything. So they are going for a tackle. They are going for the win. They are going for an area door. They are going for the win. Everything they go for. So and again, they know how to defend set piece.
Okay.
I think in this season they've considered less from set pieces than they scored more from throws.
Your prediction for that game? Who wins?
A possible draw.
A draw, no? John?
A possible draw.
Arsenal will edge it.
Okay. Wolves will play. All these games will happen by 8:30. So Wolves will play Nottingham Forest. Wolves is already rock bottom of the Premier League, obviously, except something. I don't know how to put it. Except something dramatic happened to Wolves, they are going to relegate. They have only 2 points after 13 games. There's no way they are going to survive this. Okay, but I played Nottingham Forest. What is your prediction?
Yeah, I think Forest winning it too because the way Wolves are going now, like there's a difference between being bottom of the table and you're coming out, you're fighting, you're trying to win games. Then being bottom of the table, you're not winning, but you're defending as if your life depends on it.
It's crazy, man. The way they are going now, they're going to discover oil.
Who's going to be Wolves versus Nottingham Forest?
A draw. Because these two teams, if they play and I beat my United, I come up swear.
Okay.
Forest, please.
Brighton is going to play Aston Villa. Aston Villa are broken to the top 4. They have the same point with Chelsea. They have 24 points. They are 4th on the table. They are going to play Brighton. Brighton are 5th on the table. So it's 4th versus 5th today. Who wins in that game?
I'll edge it in Brighton's favor because for me, I don't understand how currently right now Aston Villa are finding it hard to score goals. The man up front, Ole Watkins, I don't think he scored goal in the last 10 weeks in the Premier League. That is a cause for worry. It's also a cause for worry because in the last 2 games, they've played him out of... He hasn't even started. They played Donyamale ahead of him. And in the last game, it was one other midfielder, Kamada, that came good for them.
Okay. Who wins in that game?
Brighton.
Brighton to win.
Brighton,
Okay.
because again, Brighton is suffering in midfield. No matter how you say this people is suffering in attack, Brighton is also suffering in midfield. They've not find that this season. They've not found that balance. They've not found that
They
balance
are
in
missing
midfield.
Pedro.
They've not found that balance in midfield this season. So I think Brighton for the win.
Okay,
I
Burnley.
still think
Burnley is going to play Crystal Palace. Who wins in that game?
Palace,
Palace
no
to win.
doubt.
alas.
Palace to win. Okay, finally for today. Okay, not finally for today. Chelsea will go away to Leeds United. Leeds United lost marginally against Manchester City at the weekend, but Chelsea and Arsenal played a draw, which Chelsea played very well in that game. But they are going to play away to Leeds. What do you think will happen in that game? Who starts in that game in attack first?
In attack?
Pedro or
If
Delap?
you like, start McGee. It don't concern anybody.
Yeah, like for
You
me,
go still collect.
Palmer
For
is
me-
back, so Palmer will actually play some of the
So,
minutes in this one. I don't know if he's going to start, but
I don't know
he's
if
going to
Palmer is starting, but if Palmer is starting, then Joao Pedro starts up forward, or what's his name? The lap, chicken lap.
You know that Pedro and Palmer works very well. But the issue that if
Yes.
Palmer starts, where Palmer will start with from the left side of the
Palmer will start behind Pedro now. Wetin dey talk? Who wan play for that position again? Palmer will play behind Pedro. Then you have Neto and Estevao on the wings, or you have Garnacho and what's his name?
Neto.
Neto on the wings.
Well, I think in big games though, I noticed in big games that they move either Gusto or James to the midfield. They might not do it in this game, but in big games, I noticed it when they play PSG, play Arsenal, play all these big games. Gusto or James move to the midfield. Then Gusto play right back.
Enzo will
then
not play
Palmer
behind.
will move to the wings.
Then
Enzo
Enzo
and Caicedo
behind,
will make
yeah.
it the three so that midfield will be strong. Then they decide to play either the lap or Pedro, whoever, and Neto from the left. But it's going to be an interesting game. Chelsea needs to go to Leeds and win this game if they want to continue their quest to challenge for the Premier League. It's going to be an interesting game. Who wins that game also?
This United.
Yeah, Leeds United haven't won Chelsea since 2022 when they beat them 3-0 at home.
Ego change today. You know when they say all yoke is when I told you all yoke is broken, all yoke is broken. I don't all these
After
things.
that fantastic game for Chelsea against Arsenal.
That even after the performance against Man City beat you 2-0, you do come back. You talk about Arsenal and Chelsea, they played 1-1. That's normal.
So
Champions contenders team.
both of you are
This
supporting
United,
it. Okay.
they were down against City. They came back with all the fight, with all the grit, with all the agreement. They scored 2, if not for 10 minutes error.
The bottom line is that against a Chelsea side,
They will
Leeds
score.
should beware because Chelsea will end up giving them 4-0.
Okay.
DJ, Calvin Lewis, and some other guys.
If you like
let's see.
call all their
Let's
ancestors,
see what
you
happens.
know
Okay,
me.
Liverpool will play Sunderland in the other game today. Liverpool won their last game after how many games they have lost? 3 games in a row they have lost in the Premier League. If you add the Champions League game in 4 games in a row, they found their way to beat West Ham 2-0. Now they are playing Sunderland. Sunderland is actually doing very well this season. If they finish the way they are on the table this season, they are going to play European competition. That is, they are on 6th on the table. They are even ahead of Liverpool, just 1 point ahead of Liverpool. So it's going to be an interesting game. Who wins in that game? Start to win. Isak has scored his first goal in the Premier League. Probably one of the main he's supposed to score in the Premier League. But who wins in this game?
Like I would say, it's going to be a game won and lost in the midfield because this is a clash of midfields now. We've seen Liverpool shift the way they play by dropping Salah, bringing in another player in that position, putting Szoboszlai in his position rather than playing him in the right back, which we've been shouting for since. Secondly, resurrecting a career of João Gomez from oblivion back into his position in the team. We all know that the reason why they came away with any result in that encounter is because of the calmness he brings to that defense and the effort he put in on the night. Secondly, we also need to look at the man up forward because Isak converted, having missed 2 other chances in that game. So I would say that with this team and Vets, because Vets played in that last game, we are starting to see a semblance of Liverpool, what they could be. But the problem now is that they are coming up against a Sunderland side that know how to soak you out of the ball, know how to press, know how to attack, and the midfield itself is also strong too.
Okay, so what do you think will happen in this game?
This one is when we come back after the game. We'll talk about what happened in the game and what does not happen. But again, I feel like you've dropped Salah to the bench. You've seen how the players play. We didn't play Federico Chiesa. I was going to think I was going to start Federico since Salah dropped to the bench. Start Federico. At least those are like for like players. But again, going to see Sunderland time, they like to play a compact midfield team. Not even a compact defense, compact midfield team. 4 players in the midfield, 5 players in defense, 1 player up front. The one South African guy they have up front, EC that name. That is not, he's not producing anything. That one guy upside is absolutely useless. But again, you have to look. If no matter how you start the game, be wary of the Sunderland substitution because most of their games, their substitution is always coming in to
Yeah,
change the game.
credit to Regis Lebris, their manager.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Isaac probably was going to start the obvious first after scoring that
If
last
you
goal.
asked me, I'll start 2 strikers in this one.
Thank you. 4-4-2.
I'll start 2 strikers in this one. I don't want to know the formation.
Because
whether 4-4-2 or 5-3-2
let's call it what it
or
is. That
3-5-2.
Gakpo from the left, bro, he didn't did.
No, Gakpo from the left.
He scored a goal last week, but let's see. Let's see what happens in these games today in the Premier League. Okay, let's move on to La Liga. We'll talk about La Liga maybe in 5 minutes. Yesterday's result, there are a game today. Real Madrid is playing, are going away with Atletico Club, and Atletico Barcelona played Atletico Madrid yesterday. In yesterday's game, Barcelona beat Atletico Madrid 3-1. Even though the Barcelona considered a first goal in that game after their high line, they broke their high line and scored a goal. But Barcelona started fighting back. Rafinha scored a goal. Lewandowski missed a penalty, almost scored a goal, and Barcelona was just out to trash Atletico. And made it 3-1. Fantastic game all round for this game. It's a high-profile game for these two teams because I think they are playing yesterday and today because of their other games they have in the Super Cup and all. Barcelona is a good team. They have extended that lead against Real Madrid. Madrid had to play, they had to play today. But if you look at that game generally, Barcelona played well and they deserve to get 3 points.
They played well, they attacked well, they took their chances. That's the most important thing. Like for the first goal, Rafinha dollying the goalkeeper and slotting into him. The class is just phenomenal.
They were switching
for real.
I think for me that first goal, credit goes to the assist. Because even that pass alone na goal.
Na Pedri made that pass.
Even that pass alone na
Pedri is good. Pedri is just
give it to him, please.
Good pass, Jude. But that pass alone na goal on his own. But again, good game. I think I like Barcelona growing into this game because we saw Atletico Madrid monitoring the highway line. They had, I think, a couple of goals. I think they had a goal that was ruled out for offside or so. But again, the way they played the game, the intent of how they wanted to play the game was different from how they usually play the game. And I expected them to at least come up with something different in this one. Come up with at least a draw or a win because you actually in every look of the things, Lewandowski was out of the game. He missed the penalty, and you actually
if you see where that ball landed in that penalty. I saw that penalty. I was like,
I don't understand.
If they say this guy now they play for Man U, they will not print that from front page.
If you see where that ball landed,
if Bruno missed penalty. He covered front page 1 week plus. They were also not miss penalty. This is the second penalty in a row.
Even Saka don't miss penalty, but this one
is the second penalty in a row.
This was too terrible.
Back-to-back penalties, and you look at the man and you be like, I think that your forte with this. Now, wait till they use chop. You can with your eyes closed, you know where to play the penalty. Even with your back to goal, you will score it.
What I liked in this game is that Rafinha was moving everywhere from the left, from the middle, from the left. He was everywhere. And when he scored that goal, I think Yamal moved to the left, he moved to the right before he scored that goal. Both of this Barcelona team, because of injury, Rafinha have not really played well. And you could see they missed it even after the game. The coach of Atletico, Simeone, came out and said that he didn't even understand why Rafinha is not in top 2 of the Ballon d'Or because you could see work rate is 100%. Tactics is 100%. Finishing is 100%. You see why he scored so many goals for Barcelona last season.
Doesn't finish top 3. Doesn't finish for podium for Ballon d'Or ranking. They could still give Leeds United like 40 million. They don't get down.
So it was a fantastic game for Barcelona. Rafinha scored after they considered. Alex scored for Atletico Madrid in the 19th minute. They broke that line to score that goal. But Barcelona came out fighting throughout the 90 minutes. They had played Atletico for 90 minutes in that game. Atletico had only 2 shots in total in the whole 90 minutes.
I think the goal that broke Atletico the most was the Ferran Torres goal. That was the one that broke them the most. They were looking for a way to come back in after the 2-1, 2 goals. They were looking for a way to come back. And all of a sudden, Ferran Torres from nowhere. Pass, just scored that.
That's the thing.
I think now all of them are back from injury. Yamal is back. Rafinha is back. Lewandowski is back.
Rashford as well.
Rashford came in. Pedri is back from injury. Rashford. So Real Madrid need to be aware because Real Madrid need to be aware because these guys are going to be almost. They are too much. If you see where they play.
Real Madrid what they are aware. They are Ferran Torres just come back from injury. Don't go back injured.
But let's see. Even Olmo got injured in that game. It was a fantastic game for Barcelona. Rafinha scored. Olmo scored in the 65th minute. Then Torres scored in the 97th, just last minute of the game to win that game. So they have opened more gap between them and Atletico.
4 points.
Yeah, no, more than 4 points.
I mean, between them and Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid,
4
yeah,
points.
just 4 points.
points,
Yeah,
yeah.
so if Madrid wins today, then they will cover it back to 1 point. If you look at the statistics in that game, Barcelona had 18 shots in total. 6 of them were on target. They had 60% possession and 516 passes in the whole game, and 92 of them were accurate. For Atletico Madrid, they decided all this their defense and attack football. They had 7 shots in total. 2 were on target. 40% possession, 344 passes, and 86 of them were accurate. Barcelona did well in this game to beat Atletico Madrid 3-1. In today's game, Madrid is going to go to Bilbao. It's not an easy ground for them to go, but Madrid must win this game. If not, this league go long for them.
Nico Williams.
You know,
Oyazaba.
I'm not saying you don't like Madrid like that, but they will win today.
Now let me talk for weekend. That market, no be 1-1.
Okay, well, it's supposed to be who wins in this game? Bilbao versus Madrid. Who wins in this game?
I'm looking for a shock. QED. I talk on my full chest.
You find that shock, it will shock you.
I found the shock on the weekend. I'll get it.
The shock you're looking for is Madrid to lose, and they play the draw. In 3 straight games now, Madrid have played the draw.
Okay, let's see.
This will be the 4th.
Change is about to come.
Yeah, they have 3 draws in a row now for Real Madrid.
It could be the
Yeah.
4th
Change-
in a row.
change-
So they need to just win this
Change
game.
is here.
They need in
Change
fact
is
the
here.
shock is here.
Which kind of change?
The
are you
shock.
talking
It's
about?
not the one you're
I know
It's not the one you're
I know
thinking.
that change I'm talking
It's
The
not
about.
that
shock
change.
is-
It's not
this
the one
one-
you're thinking. It's not the one you're thinking.
There's only one shock, and that shock is here.
Okay, a fantastic game of football. For let's see what will happen. Bilbao versus Real Madrid will play today. Barcelona won their game yesterday, so let's see. Okay, going back to our YouTube channel before I'll give you other news happening around the world. Annie Divine says, say kudos to my Barcelona team and Hanso Flick. Hanso Flick should Hanso should also try to change his highlight of a thing. Sometimes, he's talking about the highlight. You should just try and change it.
No matter how you play, you don't. If you're on the offensive, you play
it's not even about changing the highlight. It's about those defenders in the line being able to maintain their position.
It was a maintained position, but again, look at you were playing on the offensive. You were high. I think
against their last 2 games in the La Liga, one of the goals they considered was because one of those centre half pairing did not maintain. That's the thing.
For example, look at the goal they considered against Atletico. Somebody ran from his own half to beat that high line. If you have to play a high line, your defender has to be smart and fast, so that once they beat it in quote, that person at least can cover the ground in 5 seconds.
That's the thing.
If you get Saliba, Van der Ven, it's over.
Unfortunately, they don't have money to buy it.
So he's also saying the Newcastle penalty is not a penalty. VAR should have overturned it, watched by a professional. Okay, but let's see. He's also saying Barcelona should start looking for a striker. Pedri is a baller and a magician.
Kane is available.
Truthfully, Lewandowski is about 37 years old. They should be looking for that. Okay, Epic tells, he said, I'm glad of what Iwobi and Chukwueze did. I was Fulham. Okay, I wish Fulham draw or won my noisy neighbors. Manchester City. Good morning, the best sports crew around. Well done, guys. Thank you very much for that. Yes, Iwobi and Pedri. And Chukwueze played very, very well yesterday. Before we start taking phone calls in the MPFL today, there are 2 games in the MPFL today. Let's see who is going to play in the MPFL today. Rivers United will play Kano Pillars by 4 p.m. and Shooting Stars will play Remo Stars by 4 p.m. That's only 2 games in the MPFL. Remember, Rivers United have 3 outstanding games in the MPFL and they are just 4 points behind the league leader. So if they win just 2 of those games, they are top of the table. But let's see, even though they lost their last game in Champions, 2 games they don't lose the Champions League.
They come back. They don't play. When I saw the grouping, I know it's over. Berkane of Morocco. You are going against big teams. I think you're going against Al Ali of Egypt, Berkane of Morocco, and one team from Zambia. Those 2 did already now. Then they share bottom spots.
No, so
when else they come back?
Also, we have teams in the Champions League that are there just to collect that. Let them enjoy themselves.
Let's see what happens with Rivers.
Play more than.
Okay.
Group stage.
Before we start taking phone calls, the AFCON, the Chile have announced his African Cup of Nations preliminary squad for the AFCON. It's going to be cut down later because people plenty here. Okay, for the goalkeeper, Madoka is here. Amas,
Okay.
yeah, Amas is here. Uzoyo, if you remember him, is our former goalkeeper. Is here. Uzoro is here. Ebenezer Hakot is here. Stanley Nwabali is here. Adebayo, Adeleye makes up the 6 goalkeepers called up.
Why is that Tubolo not there?
Yeah, he's there. So for defenders, I remember our own Frederick is injured, so he's not going to play the AFCON at all. He didn't even make this list, so it's sad. Yes, the young boy is not going to play the African Cup of Nations, and he's supposed to be his first tournament as a Super Eagles player, but he's not going to be there. Okay, but for defenders, Felix Agu is here. Sanusi is here. Our captain Ekong is here. Ajayi is here. Bright Osai Samuel is here. Bruno Oyemechi is here. Awazim is here. Calvin Bassi is here. Olaina is here. Okay, Ryan Ale Boshu, I don't their Yoruba name. Alebioshu, yeah, I think I got it right. Alebioshu, yes, okay. Adeleke Adekunle is here, and finally Emmanuel Michael makes up the defenders called up. In the midfield, Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, Yusuf, Alex Iwobi, Bashiru is here. Raphael Onyedika is here. Chrysanthus Uche, Ebenezer Akinsamiro is here. Tochukwu Nnamdi is here. Usman Muhammad, Peter Ago, then the other Bashiru younger brother, Tom Dele Bashiru. So the 2 Bashiru brothers made it to this one. Okay, in the attack normally they throw for attack they throw normally. Okay, Ademola Lukman is here. Victor Osimhen, Tolu is here. Chukwueze is here. Simeon is here. Adams is here. Chidera Ejuke is here. Okay, Omar Sadiq is here. Kelechi Ihanacho is here. Kelechi Ihanacho is here. Taiwo Awoniyi is here.
Okay.
Victor Boniface is back to the
Why?
Victor Boniface is here. Paul Onuchu is here. Okay,
Why?
Murphy is here. Okay, Nathan Teller is here. Civic Dresser is here. Yeah, almost attack everywhere.
It's only Civic Dresser I want to use himself.
Oji is here. Phillips Otule is here. Yes. Then Salim Fago is here.
Wow.
One more.
Even the names don't know where they play.
I don't even know all these players.
I
is here. Then let's see. I think the final name is Olusegun Olakunle makes up the attack for the Super Eagles. They only
please cut down sharp.
Yeah, they will cut down to MPFL. Only 4 MPFL players made it to the AFCON preliminary list, and
defender.
Adekunle for Abia Warriors. Then Shaibu is for Niger Tornado. Chisom Oji from Warri Wolves. Then Ekisin for Nasarawa United made it to that preliminary list. Okay, let's start taking phone calls and get your own contribution. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Location, please.
Yes, good morning.
Okay. It's good. It's good. No. Yes.
Okay, nah.
Okay. It's true, yeah, it is. He's a fantastic player. Yeah. Hello? Yes, yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with Donnarumma right now, but I don't know if it's fault or the defense line. But it is conceding. But the good thing is that at least they can score their opponent. That's really positive. If you will concede, just score them. And I think you can concede score 5 now. At least you win the game.
Exactly.
But I'm not sure. With this they can take that now down. I'm not really sure. But if they can, they need to tighten up. But they need to just do. It's not working like that. I see what I mean in the midfield. If you look at the goal, that's like not good. It's not that good. do catch goals like that. They just run rocket and just when he was running freely. No, I was like, oh, you guys, they couldn't do it these days, but he is competing.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, City is conceding. They need to fix their defense, but let's see. 0706048583. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay, your contribution. Yeah, quickly. Hello.
Hello.
Can you-
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
I can
Please
hear
speak
you.
up.
I said, John, with this your defender, I'm not going to win league again. Second man will finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come past me now.
This much goals. Look at your last 4 matches. Man City has conceded more than 9 goals.
They are conceding goals, yes. Yeah, they are conceding goals if it's that one.
So you can't be conceding that goals and win a trophy. After Ferguson said, first win you trophies, but attack win you matches. And that is what Atletico has built in Arsenal. You understood that statement. How you understood it then?
They don't understand them now.
They don't data from your database.
It's funny how you are telling me what I should be fixing.
So, but Amory is trying to inculcate that habit again.
Okay.
But it's not those small children. Supervisor was
Fantastic, yeah.
players who midweek.
Abio, he did well. Yeah, he changed the game when he came in, though.
They almost equalized that gap. But
Almost-
because with a strong substitution, how you go come out with when they threaten Nico O'Reilly for that week? Come out and put
No,
Kevin Abel.
See, again, wetin happen. Pep do one sub. We carry Riley come up for flank, put am for midfield.
Yes.
So you have to find somewhere. It's like chess move. You have to find somewhere to counter it, and I think that was a chess move to counter it.
Wasting. In fact,
As O'Reilly don't go midfield, wetin you expect? Now make.
All right, thank you very much.
For today's game,
Yeah.
Bishop, I like your word. You said it. That's why I don't know who they compare this guy. What do they call him? And also, they were stated when you talk. I doubt that statement.
So
Say Jude and.
Thank you.
Let's not go
Thank
into
you.
argument. Just
Wait,
conclude them.
Thank you.
finish the statement.
Check the chances created. Check the tackles won. Everything.
If you check the index, Jude still the passer.
Okay. All right. Let another person call in. Okay.
Sorry, today's game Arsenal is winning by
Okay.
4 goals to 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chelsea will win by 3 goals to 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liverpool will play a 2-2 draw.
Okay. High scoring game. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see if your
All of them
predictions
are
will
four
work.
goals, though.
Yeah, work today. It's going to make sense. Okay. 0706048583. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Yeah, this is your thing that was
Okay, Obinash, what's your contribution?
Look, I mean, John, sorry. John, thank you. Thank you for your team.
You see?
Come again.
Your team.
I will see. Sharp.
Testimony time.
I will see. Sharp.
And I understand what you're talking about. I know they call. Please
He got
don't.
Kwakwa Yogo advert.
Over 2.5 or go. Oh
The fool
wow.
will score 3 goals.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That they are going to come out with 3 goals.
Yeah, everybody was shocked. Yeah.
So that means what I'm trying to say is that John.
Thank you very much.
It's a pity.
Okay.
Don't worry now. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Simple.
All right. Thank you very much.
Arsenal, okay?
All right. Thank you
Ebelebe.
very much. Okay. Please, if you have not mentioned anybody's company on air, please, if you don't say anything, just don't mention anybody's company. You can say what you want to say. We don't do free advertisement for anybody here. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning,
morning.
Nigeria.
Let my location, please.
This is the organization of Transit.
Okay.
My brother, you know, I tried you people yesterday, but I'm not able to connect.
Okay, so.
I know that Man City will win the game. But I'm not expecting what I see.
I see. Yeah.
But no, my happiness.
What?
My happiness is, you see that FIFA, where he destroyed Arsenal for Champions League last year. Now, you don't confirm that this is the Premier League, not the Vatican Jamal League for France. You don't confirm that anybody can knock in any day, anytime. And I so happy for our own brother, the two brothers.
Yeah, it will be unsurprising.
I pray if they can do that performing into the nations committee and come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I don't tell anybody. Let them talk whatever they want to say. December, January, it's not something that I now Arsenal is too for that one's life.
Okay.
If we man take only 1 point and 1 goal and leave the trophy of Premier League, I don't think it's why we have not carry that cup.
Okay. All right.
Everybody sees 2 points, 3 points on our back. Arsenal winning our match.
Okay, thank you.
All
All right, thank you very much. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel. Okay, I can see. Thank God. It says, good morning, guys. My name is Thank God from Enugu State, Manchester City. For collect yesterday, bet. No problem. Okay, they will still collect one. Okay, one day. Okay, it's also saying for my team Chelsea, they are going to win because our king Cole Palmer is back and I know he is going to start the game. Okay, thank you guys for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow we are back for another show. Join us tomorrow by 8 a.m. sharp. We'll talk football, talk things happening in Premier League, MPFL, yeah, games in the MPFL, games in the La Liga, games in the Premier League. We'll talk about all that tomorrow. Join us tomorrow by 8 a.m. sharp. Thank you for those that join us on the YouTube channel. Thank you once again for this family. Thank you all. Today, this is December. December is a month of celebration. Hopefully, you listening to me now, you have much to celebrate this month. And all of us will see next year 2026. Thank you for being part of this family once more, and thank you for generally being part of Volt FM. Thank you once more, and thank you very, very much from us and from the management of Volt FM. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Godwin. Have a wonderful day.